Hello students, this is our third video. We have already seen two videos on the first chapter, rational numbers. I hope you are enjoying learning mathematics. It's not so difficult after all. So in this third video, I'll first give you the answers of the questions which I had given you in the last video. There were 6 questions which are on the screen now. First, I'll provide the answers to these questions. I hope you have all tried these questions in your notebook. Have you? Question number 1. Add minus 12 by 11 plus minus 17 by 11. I think it's very simple question. I will just give you the answer, that is minus 29 by 11. Isn't it? किसी को कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुई होगी? Coming to the second question. Subtract 5 by 8 from minus 9 by 10. So इसमें किसको किसको माइनस करना है? We have to subtract 5 by 8 and this has to be subtracted from what? From minus 9 by 10. If you have done this, you will get the right answer. Minus 9 by 10 minus 5 by 8. जिन्होंने उल्टा किया उनका आंसर गलत आ जाएगा. If at all you have done 5 by 8 minus of minus 9 by 10, you will get a wrong answer. From minus of 9 by 10, from minus of 9 by 10, you have to subtract 5 by 8. Again, the answer is very simple. LCM will be 40. What will you get up in the numerator? Minus 36 minus 25. है ना? 9 4s are 36, 10 4s are 40. 8 5s are 40, 5 5s are 25. So what will be the answer? Minus 61. Minus 61 divided by 40. Okay. Third question. What's the answer of third question? In fact, this is the simplest question. Question number 3. You have to multiply so many numbers and there is a 0. If at all there is a 0 in the number, the answer is always 0. Divide. Fourth question is divide minus 67 divided by 19 divided by 78 divided by 38. So it will become 38 divided by 78. Isn't it? So you'll get a 2 over here, 39 over here. So the answer is minus 67 divided by 39. ठीक है? Let's come to the question number 5 now. Let me make some space on the screen now. Yes, question number 5. Simplify 4 by 10 minus 13 divided by 15 minus 9 by 50. What will be the LCM of 10, 15 and 50? 150. I hope everybody knows how to find the LCM. If you have any doubts in LCM, you can give me a comment in the comment section in the video. I'll help you. So when the LCM is 150, what do you get in the numerator? 15 into 4 minus 13 into 10 minus 9 into 3. That will be 60 minus 130 minus 27 divided by 150. What will this give you? Minus 97 by 150. Isn't it? यही आएगा? Was it difficult? Not so difficult at all. Now come to the last question. Question number 6. Which rational number should be subtracted from 6 by 5 to get 6 by 5? First of all, you have to understand the question. Which rational number should be subtracted from 6 by 5 to get 6 by 5? So let's say there is a rational number x. X is a rational number 1. What is the question? Question is says this x should be subtracted from 6 by 5. So if we subtract this x from 6 by 5, what is the answer we get? 6 by 5. Now we have one equation. You have to read the question and understand that what has to be done. Which rational number should be subtracted from 6 by 5 to get 6 by 5? So there is a rational number x. There is some rational number x which we do not know. We have to find this rational number. To find this rational number, what can we do? We have to subtract this x from 6 by 5. That's 6 by 5 minus x, and it will give you 6 by 5. When you have framed the equation, now it's very simple. X will go to the right hand side. This 6 by 5 will come to the left hand side. So you get 6 by 5 minus 6 by 5 is equal to x. That is equal to 0. 6 by 5 minus 6 by 5 is 0. So now, is 0 a rational number? Of course, 0 is a rational number. We have seen it in the last video. देखा है ना? कोई डाउट तो नहीं है किसी को अब इसमें? 0 is a rational number. Okay. Now let's move forward. Closure property. We had seen this property in the last video. एक बार just quickly we'll revise this and then move forward. What does the closure property mean? Closure property means if we add two numbers, let's say two whole numbers, the result will be a whole number or not. This is the chart which describes everything. It says closure property for addition holds true for whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. So this closure property for addition holds true for all types of numbers. Which means if you add two whole numbers, you get a whole number. If you add two integers, you get an integer. If you add two rational numbers, you will get a rational number. ठीक है? Now, similarly, for subtraction, closure property holds for integers and rational numbers. It does not hold for whole numbers. Subtraction में whole number, if you subtract two whole numbers, you will not necessarily get a whole number. For multiplication, it holds true for everything, and for division, it holds true only for rational numbers. याद आ रहा है? We had talked a lot about this in the previous video. If you are not clear with the concepts, please see that video once again. Even after that, if you have doubts, you can contact me. What was the next property that we had seen? After closure property, we had seen one more property. What was that called? That was called the commutative property. What was the commutative property? It meant that order of addition does not matter. Let's say we have to add two numbers, say 5 plus 7. And if we do 7 plus 5, the order does not matter. So what does it say? The flowchart says, commutative property for addition holds true for whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. Or for addition, the order does not matter. What about subtraction? Order matters. 5 minus 7 cannot be equal to 7 minus 5. है ना? So commutative property does not hold for subtraction. For multiplication, it does hold. Order does not matter for multiplication. But for division, again, the order matters. So commutative property does not hold for division also. Okay. Let's move forward. We have to see one more property of numbers. What's that property? Associative property. Associative property. What does this property mean? Is it visible now? Yes, it is. Associative property. Associative property means, let's say I give you three numbers, 5, 9 and 14. ठीक है? And we have discussed already that we can do 5 plus 9 first, and then we can add 14. Or what we can do first 9 plus 14, and then we can add 5 to it. Both the ways will get the same answer. What will we get? 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 14. That is equal to 28. And if you do it this way, what is it? 5 plus 23. That is also equal to 28. So when you have to add three numbers, whether you add the first to first or the second to first, the result is the same. चाहे किधर से भी स्टार्ट करो, किसी भी तरफ से स्टार्ट करो, it does not matter. ठीक है? Same for addition. Let's take two small numbers, 2, 3 and 4. So if you do 2 into 3 first and then multiply it by 4, what will you get? 6 into 4 is equal to 24. Otherwise, if you do 3 into 4 first, what do you get? 2 into 12, again you get 24. ठीक है? So for addition and for multiplication, the order does not matter. मतलब which two do you add first or which two do you multiply first. है ना? किसी एक तरफ से स्टार्ट करना होगा, कहीं से भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, and whichever way you start, you will end up at the same place. But for subtraction, what will happen? Let's find out. Let's say we have to subtract these three numbers again. Let's say we have to subtract 5 minus 9 minus 14. So in this, first what you can do, 5 minus 9 and then you can do minus 14. What will you get here? 5 minus 9 will give you minus 4, minus 14 will give you minus 18. However, if you do 5 minus 9 minus 14, what will you get? 5 minus minus 5, है ना? You will get a 10 over here. So the order does matter over here. ठीक है? The same thing is mentioned in this chart. Associative property holds true for whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. है ना? Even if let's say you have to add two rational numbers, three rational numbers, 3 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 4 by 5. Does it matter you add these two first, or if you add these two first, you will get the same result. है ना? So the associative property for addition holds true for all types of numbers. However, it does not hold true for subtraction at all. ठीक है? Subtraction में order matters. तो किसको पहले subtract करना है? It will make a difference. Again, for multiplication, the order does not matter, and for division, obviously, the order will matter. किसको किससे divide करना है? That order will always matter for division. So this is the flow chart. Associative property for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That was the third property we had. तीनों properties clear है? We have flow charts for all the three properties. समझ में आ गया होगा, I guess. Don't try to remember it. याद नहीं करना है, बिल्कुल याद नहीं करना है, समझने की कोशिश करना है. If you understand the concept, you will never have a problem. But if you try to mug it up, if you try to by heart it, you'll have a problem in the examination. ठीक है, आगे चले. Let's move further. Okay. There is one more property. That property is called distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means like if you have to multiply 5 into 9 plus 1. If you have to do this, what can you do? You can do 5 into, you will do this multiplication first, 10, and that will give you 50. है ना? But there is one more method of doing this. If it is like this, 5 into 9 plus 1, you can open this bracket. What do you get? 5 into 9 plus 5 into 1. What do you get? 45 plus 5, that is equal to again 50. समझ में आ रही है बात? You have to multiply two numbers, but one number has to be added. 9 plus 1 has to be added, and then it has to be multiplied by 5. So instead of doing this addition first, किसी कारण से मुझे पहले एडिशन नहीं करना है. For some reason I am not looking to do addition first. I want to multiply first, and then I'll add. अब ये मत पूछना why, मेरी मर्जी, मेरे को मन कर रहा है ऐसा ही करने का. Then what can you? Then you can do it like this. ठीक है? And the same can be done for subtraction also. If it is like this, 9 minus 1, then you can do 5 into 8, that is equal to 40. Or otherwise you can also do 5 into 9 minus 5 into 1, that will give you 45 minus 5 is equal to 40. आंसर सेम आ रहा है, यहाँ भी 40 आया, यहाँ भी 40 आया. So this property is called distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. ठीक है, नाम थोड़ा लंबा है. Basically it's called distributive property only. Distributive property. ठीक है, this holds true for all kinds of numbers, rational numbers, integers, all numbers. Okay, let's take one rational number example and then we'll see. Let's say we have to do 7 into 9 by 7 plus 3 by 9. Here, if you add these two first, it is a little complicated division, addition है ना. LCM लेकर ऐड करना होगा. क्या करना होगा? 7 into LCM will be denominator will be 63. You will get 81 over here plus 21 over here. So क्या आएगा? 7 into 102 divide by 63, and फिर से ये 7 कैंसिल हो जाएगा. You will get 9 over here. 102 डिवाइड बाई 9. अगर इसमें डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रॉपर्टी लगानी होती तो क्या कर सकते थे हम लोग? वी कुड हैव डन 7 into 9 डिवाइड बाई 7 प्लस 7 into 3 डिवाइड बाई 9. ठीक है, ये 7 कैंसिल हो जाएगा. सो यू विल गेट 9 प्लस 21 डिवाइड बाई 9, दैट इज इक्वल टू 81 plus 21 divide by 9, that is equal to 102 divide by 9. ठीक है, यहाँ पे काम आसान हो गया ना. This distributive property made our work simpler. आंसर सेम आया हमारा, but it becomes simpler if we use the distributive property. ठीक है. Okay, there is one more example. For the distributive property, simplify using the distributive property. क्या है? 7 divided by 4 multiplied by 5 divided by 8 plus 1 by डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रॉपर्टी के लिए क्या करना होगा, 7 डिवाइड बाई 4 इंटू 5/8 प्लस 7 डिवाइड बाई 4 इंटू 1/3. ठीक है, तो व्हाट डू वी गेट, 35 डिवाइड बाई 32 प्लस 7 divided by 8. What will be the LCM? 32. So you get here 35 plus 28. That is equal to 63 divided by 32. ठीक है, अगर वेरीफाई करना है तो यू कैन ट्राई, इस दोनों को पहले ऐड करके भी चेक कर सकते हैं. क्या होगा, 7 डिवाइड बाई 4 इंटू LCM will be 8, 5 plus 4, that is equal to 7 into 9 divided by 8 into 4, 63 divided by 32. आता है. There are two methods of doing this question now. समझ में आ गया? This is called the distributive property. Okay. That's all for this video. We'll see more in the coming video. Thank you.